When I first got married, everything seemed perfect. I was in my second year of college when I met John. Every moment I spent with him was magical. Even though my family didn't want us to get married, our love was strong enough to overcome anything. We got married, and soon after, I found out I was pregnant. My happiness knew no bounds. I had to drop out of school, but I had no regrets. I dedicated myself to my children. Sarah and Michael were my beautiful babies. I lived for them. But as time passed, John began to change. He started belittling me for not having a degree or a career. We fought frequently. Still, I loved him and tried to save our marriage. One evening, John came home later than usual. He was drunk. The scent of women's perfume lingered on him. At that moment, my world came crashing down. I realized I had been cheated on. When I confronted him, I cried helplessly. He showed no remorse. "I need a woman with a career, an intelligent woman," he said coldly. "You're just an uneducated housewife who only knows how to bear children." Those words cut me deeply, but I didn't give up. I became determined. I made a promise to myself that I would show him and the entire world who I truly was. For years I worked hard, overcoming countless obstacles. I was both a mother and a father to my 2 children. I worked during the day and attended classes at night. Sometimes I was so exhausted that I could barely stand, but I never gave up. Finally, I graduated. I was now a lawyer. My first task was to file for divorce against my cheating husband. I couldn't wait to get revenge for all the pain and humiliation I had endured over the years. When we faced each other in the courtroom, I could see the shock and panic in his eyes. I noticed he had brought his career-driven mistress with him. But I wasn't afraid. I was no longer defenseless like before. Throughout the trial, I recounted every detail of our relationship, his infidelity and how he had degraded me. I tore apart his mistress's lies and deceit. John withered in the face of it all. He realized what he had lost, but it was too late. At the end of the trial, the judge granted me custody of the children and a substantial settlement. John cried, begging for forgiveness, but I was no longer the naive person I once was. His tears meant nothing to me. As I descended the courthouse steps, I felt an incredible sense of freedom. I would no longer live in anyone's shadow. I was a strong woman, standing on my own 2 feet. All the pain I had endured hadn't broken me. It had only made me stronger. I turned to look at my dear daughters Sarah and son Michael. They were proud of their mother. I could see it in the sparkle in their eyes. I was happy that I could be a role model for them, a mother with dignity and a strong stance. It was time to look forward, leaving the pain of the past behind. I was ready to start a new life. I was sure amazing surprises awaited me, because I was now an invincible woman. I was someone who created her own miracles and shaped her own destiny, and I knew that on this path stretching out before me, I would never walk alone.